Can you spot what's wrong with these two Dragon Ball Z games? They show the same scene, Goku and Vegeta battling it out in a Utah-looking desert. It's a classic clash that took DBZ into the modern era. And with the new engine, you can likely pick out which one is the newest game, Sparking Zero. But which one is the second newest? Besides the graphics, it's almost impossible to tell. And that's a problem. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero is looking to switch up the DBZ Arena Fighter formula. But the truth is, it fails to switch up the formula at all.
We don't care.
Let me tell you.
But when Dragon Ball started using a boilerplate Arena Fighter template back in 2002 with the introduction of the Budokai series, the franchise has felt like it's been stuck in a hyperbolic time chamber. Sparking Zero promises to be more of an exercise in nostalgia than an actual competitive fighting game.
Move this man!
Dragon Ball fans deserve better.
I don't give a fuck, man. I'm sick of you always thinking you know what's best for me, dog.
Looking back on the past is comforting, but we can't live in it forever.
Look, I'm going to cut to the chase so you don't have to spend the next 13 minutes suffering from this dude yapping. It's a horrible take. He yaps on to say that the games is not as in-depth like Street Fighter, Tekken, Mortal Kombat, the whole nine, even though most Dragon Ball fans is happy that it's back to that uncompetitive thing that we used to love way back in the day. That's what we're here for. Read your comment sections, read what the people that's talking about. You understand that they don't care if it's a competitive fighter or not. They just want Tenkaichi to come back in his form of sparking. And having said all of that, you said that you were a fan of Dragon Ball, Mr. Faceless Person. Even if you are, did you know that there were a lot of Dragon Ball games that weren't in the same vein as an arena fighter in the past 5 or 6 years or so? I can tell you. Did you know that there was a Dragon Ball Z Extreme Budokan that came out for the 3DS? I don't know if you know that. Did you know there was a Dragon Ball Fusions? I'm pretty sure you didn't know that as well. Even Xenoverse 1 and 2 is less of a fighter and more of a fighter arena RPG to sort of say. Come on, fam. We also have Super Dragon Ball Heroes. That shit. The card game that was in Japan. It came to the West as well for Nintendo Switch. I can keep going. We also had Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, which is not a fighter, but a full-fledged RPG-ish type of game. Oh my God. And God forbid we did have the Breakers game, which not many people love. But how can you not give them credit for trying to expand upon beyond arena fighters? Like, what are we talking about? Your whole entire take was the most nonsensical form of media I've ever seen in my entire life. And the people out there who work at Gameology, I would encourage you to take this guy's video down and redo that whole entire thing once again. Because clearly your like to dislike ratio is damning at that point. This was a horrible take.